Welcome to Bina classes. Today I am going to take up chapter 4, distribution of oceans and continents. Out there are two topics, concept of seafloor spreading and paleomagnetism. So I have thought of taking up this concept of seafloor spreading in due detail. Let's understand the topic. What happens that seafloor spreading refers to the formation of fresh areas of ocean crust which occurs through the upwelling of magma at mid-oceanic ridges and its subsequent outward movement on either side. Here you can see that this is the storehouse of magma, wherefrom magma is having tendency to move up, and thereafter continuous upwelling. What happens? There is a kind of tensional force created out here, and then opening takes place, the fissure takes place, and thereafter this oceanic plate keeps on moving both the ways, sidewards. As you can see here, it's moving this way, and here it's moving this way. It's been shown with the help of, in due course of upwelling, there happens to be the creation of mid-oceanic ridge, the mountain-like feature, and usually it is seen beneath the seawater. But somewhere, remember, somewhere there are some places where they have been seen up above the seawater also. So that's it. Now the next thing you can see here, since it is related to the movement of tectonic plates, so we'll have to understand what is it. Tectonic plates are pieces of Earth's crust and uppermost mantle, together referred to as lithosphere, and it's having almost 100 km of thickness and consists of two principal types of materials: ocean crust, that is silicon and magnesium, and continental crust, that is silicon and aluminium, Cr. So that way it has its thickness. Now let us see. Here we find the major tectonic plates found in the world. What all are there? Two things you are coming across here. One is continental plate and another is oceanic plate. So I should point out, because this seafloor spreading is basically associated with the movement of oceanic plate. So I must show you what is the oceanic plate found out here. You see here this part where we have Pacific oceanic plate. So here we find it out. Yes. Now let us see. In this module, what you are finding, like oceanic plates diverge, but the divergence happens under which circumstance? When the magmatic material that's coming out from the volcano, it comes onto the seafloor, and thereafter it keeps on moving into opposite directions. So in this course of action, there is too much of stress generated that creates the fissure through which magmatic material keeps on coming out, and then they keep on getting solidified onto the floor of the ocean. Here what we are finding, that basaltic magmas are rising and they are getting solidified here, and from this place of origin, it keeps on moving into opposite directions, one towards this side and another towards this side. Remember one more thing, very notably I must quote here, that at a time when magmatic materials they are coming in here, they have some iron containing materials, and then those iron containing materials would be capturing the magnetic field which is prevailing that point in time. So magnetic pole would get registered, would get captured out here. So that point in time, probably you see here, Here we are finding S. S denotes South Pole. Here we are finding N. N denotes North Pole. So at a point in time when this material had originated here, it had captured the magnetic field, and then that point in time magnetic pole was towards this side. But in this case, at a time when it had originated here, it had captured the magnetic pole, its presence, and then that point in time South Pole was towards this side. So what we are finding, you see, there has been the reversal of magnetic field. I mean, if today suppose magnetic pole is towards north, then probably after 1 million years span of time it will be showing towards south. So it means there has been this sort of reversal, it keeps on happening, and with the reversal then we can easily have impressions about the age of the rocks. For example, suppose here if we are finding north, so then probably this one is much older rock band. Now coming to the next point, let us see in this module what we are finding, that the magmatic materials are having tendency to move up. Thereafter you see with the continuous upwelling, what is happening, the land part is continuously getting thinned out, and thereafter it is in a process of giving way to magmatic material, and thereafter here in this case as you are finding here, this portion has become thinner, and there would be one point in time when there would be the creation of a fissure, and through fissure the materials would get upwelled, they would be prevailing onto the sea floor. But they won't be remaining static, they would be moving in two opposite directions. You see here, one towards this side, another towards this side. So this entire phenomena happens this way. Now let us see here the next thing. But question is that if they are moving in two opposite directions, of course they would be colliding with another plate later, but then what happens? Will this phenomena come to an end, or it will be an ongoing process? Yes, it would be an ongoing process. You can see here, you see magmas are getting upwelled here, it comes this side, then it strikes one plate, maybe one continental plate made up of land and all. This side also it would be striking that, and there this plate would get destroyed, would be converted into the molten material, and from there again materials would be supplied to this place. So you see here, this way the cyclic kind of thing is getting created. Here also the cyclic sort of thing, it comes this side, gets destroyed, and again in a form of molten material it would come here, it would get upwelled, where the mid-oceanic ridge would be formed. So this is the process by which this entire thing happens. Now when I have shared with you that oceanic floor is not just a static one, rather it keeps on getting widened up. Here I have put up that Atlantic Ocean, in the mid of Atlantic Ocean there is mid-Atlantic oceanic ridge along which this sort of upwelling of material is happening. And initially, very initially, as you are finding here, initially, you know, South America and Africa, they are together, there was no gap. But now what are we are finding, in between out here there is Atlantic Ocean, big Atlantic Ocean. What we are finding, that South America and Africa, they are seen together here almost, but you can notice here there is a crack. So this was the beginning up of the fissure in the continental part, where the sea was in a process to appear. Sea appeared, and thereafter this sea itself has got widened, and now at the place of this region, I mean in between South America and Africa, there is big Atlantic Ocean. So it is said that ocean floor is widening at what rate? But at a rate of 3 centimeter per year. So it's the minimum, it's just one calculation put up here, that if with 3 centimeter per year ocean floor is widening, then over a million year span of time it would be having 30 kilometer of the widening. So this simple calculation is being put up here. The great evidence of seafloor spreading is paleomagnetism. What is this? It is the kind of process in which what happens at a time when magmatic material keeps on coming out from the Earth's interior, and once it comes onto the sea floor, it would be capturing the magnetic field prevalent that point in time. So suppose that point in time north is towards this side, so then its material would be recording the alienation, magnetic alienation showing north this side, and after 1 million span of time what would happen? Now this magnetic pole would get reversed. It would not be showing north towards this side, rather it would be showing south towards this side. So this is called magnetic reversal, magnetic polar reversal, polarities reversal. So with this what happens? One normal polarity and another reversal polarity that would be seen here. So this would help us in assessing the age of the oceanic floor. So this is it, and this convinces us that obviously far away from the place of the upwelling of magma, the age of rock is quite older, and the place where magma is upwelling, there the age of material is quite newer. So this is it, and I will be covering up something more about paleomagnetism, that being the great evidence of seafloor spreading, that I will be able to serve you in the next video. Keep subscribing Bina classes, all those the modules and all, and thank you for extending your support.